Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, enjoying yourselves. This is Friday. My name is Jakat Zaman and we are doing a live stream. So weeks gone by, guys. Today I had Jummah as usual. Inshallah, I will upload the Jummah talk onto Telegram today if I remember. So this week was a very nice week. Weather has been all sorts this week. Crazy weather. But alhamdulillah. Can't complain. So I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, having a nice time. Right. So this week I have also restarted the videos now. So videos on Mondays we have Quran. Tuesdays at the moment nothing, but Wednesdays Diwan of Sayyidina Ali. Then Thursdays is Mukhtasar al-Quduri. So back to usual, inshallah. Hopefully I should be able to be fully back into it, inshallah. My throat is getting better as well, much better. Thank you very much, guys, for making dua for me. Wa alaikum assalam, salah, ahlan wa sahlan. Ustad, how is your throat? Very good, thank you very much. Much better. So I've just been drinking lots of warm drinks and trying to stay away from cold drinks and vitamin C, a lot of sun, whatever sun we can get here. And thanks for your telegram. You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. How are you, Salah? What's the latest with you? How's your classes going? So this today is mint tea. Mint, Turkish mint tea. It's a bit different. So in Turkey, you can actually get these powdered teas. So it's like dried teas, the powder form. And all you have to do is just mix it with warm water. And then you get the same sort of effect. In fact, last week I went to a wedding and one of my friends, he gave me for my throat dried ginger tea. So I've been taking that this week, and I don't know, alhamdulillah, I feel better now anyway. So maybe that had something to do with helping my throat. But yeah, so if you're ill, make sure guys you keep your throat moist. Drink lots of nice warm drinks, and try to stay away from anything that's gonna cause you to get cold chest. Wa alaikum assalam, Nurgul, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Yeah, and welcome to the people on Instagram as well. Ahlan wa sahlan to you guys. Welcome. Salah, alhamdulillah, I have one course of Arabic Balagha and Fasaha and 2 courses on Tafsir, mashallah. Hello, anything interesting you've learnt that you can share with us? Anything that piques your interest? So this week classes have all started. So I've been going through teaching. I'm teaching this year Usul al-Shashi again. So I haven't taught Usul al-Shashi for a couple of years. So back to Usul al-Shashi and Usul al-Fiqh. Hopefully, inshallah, once we finish Usul al-Shashi, I'm going to go on to Manar. So I'm aiming to try and finish Usul al-Shashi maybe by January, maybe February. And then you can start Matn Manar. I definitely think students, if anyone wants to progress in Usul Fiqh, you have to study something like Matn Manar, at least Matn Manar, definitely. Iftar also started as well this week, and mashallah, big class, really big, biggest I've ever had. So I've been in 2 minds of whether to shortlist the class, to cut it down, but inshallah we'll see. Because iftar you have to have small classes so you can focus on the students more. But inshallah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so today weather's been very nice and hot. In the morning it was weird, but now it's like really hot. Nice to sit outside, enjoy the sun. So some so-called preacher in France are saying hijab is not virtue and punishment from the grave. Subhanallah. لَقَدْ قِيلَ مِنْ قَبْلِ. Yeah, so these are kind of things people generally, what you'll find is they regurgitate the same classical arguments. Regurgitate, and alhamdulillah, scholars of the past have answered most of these issues anyway. So there's no real need to debate about these. You always get people who have very, very deficient understanding. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi Ibrahim. Alhamdulillah, very good, mashallah. Mashallah, much better this week. Alhamdulillah. And all those guys who have been learning how to read the Quran on Roots of Knowledge, mashallah, welcome to you guys. That is the one playlist, out of all the playlists, that I get messages every single day. I used to get one message a day. Now I get like about 5-6 messages, sometimes more a day, about people who have benefited from that series. So I think there's a lot of potential of social media making these videos, lots of potential out there. It's just about just producing good content. That is probably the thing. And obviously the kind of content, if you kind of look at the kind of content I make, what you'll notice is that it's not content which is trending content. So it's not like content which will grab loads of numbers or things like that. But the thing you have to, if you want to do this kind of thing, you have to do is you have to remember this is going to be sadaqah jariyah. This is going to be a long, maybe I'll die, and after I die, people will start benefiting a lot from these videos. Yeah, who knows? So long as the videos are up. So this is why if anyone is into making these kind of videos, teaching Quran, Hadith, Fiqh, Arabic, you have to remember it's not an easy journey. It's a long journey, testing sometimes. Yeah, so take your time in there, and definitely I would say try your best. Try your best. Qualified people should be making more content, I think. What do you guys say? I think qualified people should be making more content, helping people to understand the deen better. But again, it has to be qualified people, isn't it? It can't be just like random guys who have learned a few things and they just want to make videos. And Bakari wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan. Please help us treat maqama hariri in English language. I've made 2 maqamas. I've done 2.5 maqamas. It's on my uruk.com. But maybe in the future, inshallah, I might make more. Yeah, it's just a matter of time for me. Is getting the time. Yeah, so hopefully, inshallah, I've done 2 maqamas explained in English. In my country, if you wear a hijab, they will give you a penalty of, wow, subhanallah, $200, $300. And girls can continue their education because of hijab. So you can wear hijab in your home, but not social places. Subhanallah, look at that. Ajib. Look how difficult they're trying to make life for Muslims. Sheikh, what's your thoughts on the Ash'ari Athari unity right now? I think any type of unity is always good. All types of unity. People that are causing friction, remember, this is a general rule. People who cause conflict and people who cause are very few. It's like a few crumbs of the cake are the ones that are causing it, but their voice is so loud, it just seems as though that the different groups of Muslims are disunited. That's what it seems. So when you see, for example, like let's say Athari or Ash'ari or Maturidi coming together and taking videos, pictures, or podcasts and things like that, it just obviously gives you a boost and it gives you a good assumption about them and strengthens your hope of the unity of the Muslims. But you have to remember, there's only a fraction of people who are debating. But unfortunately, those fraction, they amplify the debate and make it sound as though there's lots of people out there debating. Like if you kind of think about it, if it wasn't for social media, you probably wouldn't even know about these debates. Yeah, you'd think most likely Muslims around the world are united. I don't really kind of get into this. That's why you guys know my rule. On my social media, I do not, on live stream, do not discuss ilm al-kalam or anything like that. Because I know it's a lot of people cannot understand these arguments. And a lot of people will just prematurely, make a fuss. Something I learned from my courses regarding the ayah, وَفَوِّدْ أَمْرِي إِلَى اللَّهِ. This is try tawakkul, true tawakkul. Subhanallah. وَأُفَوِّضُ أَمْرِي إِلَى اللَّهِ. I put all of my affairs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hand over all of my affairs to Allah. And that's a hard level to reach in life. In life, we can talk about how close we are to Allah, and we can talk about how strong we are and how much iman we've got and all that, but it's all usually just talk. The reality of it hits when you're in a situation when that tawakkul now is needed, right? And that's where husband and wives, have arguments with each other because they don't have sabr. Yeah, they lost the skill of sabr, right? They can't bother having sabr with their spouse, or tawakkul situations of when you have this opportunity to earn haram, you think to yourself, what shall I do here? So tawakkul is just don't go for the haram. Allah will give you something better. But it's hard, isn't it? So, and shukr as well. Shukr is being grateful. Being grateful when Allah has given you. Yeah, when Allah has given you, being grateful, thankful, and then grateful means that you obey Allah. That's what grateful means, isn't it? Allah gives you something, you don't just say shukr ya Allah. You got to act upon it as well. And this is why a lot of these kind of slogans that we roll off our tongues, may Allah forgive us, we don't really have it in our life. We don't act upon these things, and it's just something that you have to slowly. It takes time to create inside yourself. Like if you look at someone who's gone through a lot of difficulty in life, hardships, difficulties, they will show patience better than a person who hasn't gone through difficulties. Yeah, so like Noorgul is saying in their country, hijab, you can't wear hijab in social places. These kind of people, they go through a lot of difficulties. And then they have certain sifat that other places in the world are lacking, weaken. That's what I've noticed. So, it's just make dua for each other, guys. Pray for each other. Help each other out as much as you can. Muslims need to unity. Yeah, when Muslims see each other in strength, when Muslims see each other supporting one another, standing up like Ash'ari, Athari coming together, it gives hope to Muslims around the world. It gives hope to Muslims everywhere around the world. And that's what we should do. We should try to publicize unity more than anything, just like we like publicizing disunity. Publicize. In fact, I was actually thinking about this today as well, that which debate has ever made Muslims good? Like which debate online has ever resulted in the situation of Muslims becoming better? SubhanAllah, I can't think of any. It just seems as though it's just entertainment. Wa alaikum assalam, Ifsar, ahlan wa sahlan, mashallah. Can you recommend some good books on Seerah in English or Urdu? So in English, for the beginner, very, very easy for the beginner, I would definitely recommend Muhammad by Martin Lings. Very, very nice, very easy to follow. Yeah, this is a very, very good book. Very easy to follow. Also, if you can read the translation of Seerah Ibn Hisham. Yeah, Seerah Ibn Hisham. That's also a very, very nice one. And Urdu, there's a very nice, easy to read one, Sirat Mustafa by Maulana Idris Khan Delvi. It's not too long, very easy to follow. The language is nice as well, and is also been translated into English as well. And I would definitely recommend something like that for those of you guys out there who are into Seerah, especially when it comes to learning about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, creating the love of the Prophet in your heart. One of the best ways is to learn about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his life, his upbringing, difficulties he went through. What about the Mawlid, Ustad? I don't celebrate it personally, but I see a lot of people are celebrating. If I'm correct, there's no proof for it. So, good question. So the issue here about the Mawlid is this. If a person was asked, are you happy the Prophet ﷺ came into this world? I guarantee you there's no true Muslim who would say no. Every Muslim is going to say, of course we are. Alhamdulillah, we're happy the Prophet came into this world. And if someone says, okay, what would you do to show your happiness about the Prophet ﷺ coming in this world? Would you feed the poor? Say, yeah, maybe I would. Would you send salutation to the Prophet ﷺ? Yeah, of course I would. Yeah. Well, what kind of things would you have a talk, organize a conference, and bring people and sing poems about the Prophet ﷺ? Would you do that? You say, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Well, let's call that celebrating the life of the Prophet ﷺ. And if you want to call it celebrating the Mawlid, why not? So again, if a person believes that the Mawlid is something which is part of Islam, you have to do in a certain way on a certain date, then that is wrong. But if a person simply believes celebrating the Prophet ﷺ's life, his status, the love that you have for him, no problem at all. Yeah. Okay. Right, next. Do you need wudu to read a general English language Islamic book with words with Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? No, it's fine. You don't need it. It's good to have it, but you don't need it. Yeah. Ya Allah, subhanallah, ni'mal wakil. Salam Ustad, is it bid'ah for women to visit graveyard? No, it's permissible. There's a difference of opinion among scholars. I take the opinion that it's allowed. You're 100% correct about the fact that people with real Islamic skills must do more content for the Ummah, inshallah. So a sister I know is in a weird situation basically. Muhammad Abdullahi, alaikum assalam, can you expand a bit about niqab? Yeah, so niqab is basically the covering of the face of a woman. Scholars have a difference of opinion about whether a woman has to cover her face or not. The classical Hanafi position is no, a woman does not have to cover her face unless there is obviously a very strong chance of her being harmed by this or something like that. Like she's walking down the street and someone's going to harm her because of her looks, then she should cover her face. Later Hanafis, many of them, they incline towards covering of the face. So there's a difference of opinion between Hanafis on this. Other madhabs, there's also a difference of opinion about this. I'm not trained in the other madhabs, so I wouldn't be able to say. Is a woman allowed to wash her dead husband's body or look at him? Yes, she's allowed to. Ideally, someone else should do it. Ya Allah, hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. May Allah protect her honor. She's a niqabi and has been talking to his boy for some time, and now I assume they had some sort of argument, hence now she's in a bad situation. Yeah, subhanallah, make it easy for her. Yeah, so that's basically been my week, guys. Been threatened possibly with being leaning photos, her face, and Allah can we backbite him to help out. Yeah, if he's gonna obviously harm her, then that doesn't fall into backbiting. Yeah, but what I would say is make sure you clarify. Sometimes you hear a story from one side, right, and then you make harsh decisions, and then it ends up harming people. So don't make harsh decisions. Make sure you clarify everything from both sides. Listen to the whole story. Today, many Saudi ulama like Uthaymin, Fawzan, etc. hold the opinion is fard. Is it acceptable to hold a different? Yes, of course. They are not Allah. They are not the Prophet ﷺ. They are not the Sahaba. So their view is a view. Yeah. If others disagree with it, no problem. Alhamdulillah. What are the best praises on the Prophet ﷺ? The best praises the ulama say is the Salat Ibrahim. What we call Durood Ibrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. That one. What is the status of beard in Islam? Is it from the Sunnah or Fardu? Is difference of opinion. So generally the scholars all say you should not shave. But then besides that, the cutting of the beard, trimming it, there's a difference of opinion, a valid, 100% valid difference of opinion. Anyone who says that there is no valid opinion and that the beard has to be a certain length, there is no that is not really true. Yeah, there's a valid difference of opinion between the madhabs on this. I will do, inshallah. Please keep in du'as. Guys, make special dua for this lady. Allah make it easy for her, protect her honor, save her from fitna. Yeah, so that's basically been the week, guys. Inshallah. So weekend I've got to do some DIY. My kitchen ceiling a bit of it has fallen down. So a bit of the plasterboard has fallen down. So I've got to go and do some plastering, fix it up. So when you have to do DIY in your house, you got to watch loads of YouTube videos to try and learn how to do all these things. On a plane, are you allowed to do wudu with tayammum? Also, how is tayammum done? So if you can't do wudu on a plane, it's not possible, then you can do tayammum. Yeah, and then you obviously have to have tayammum material like sand or soil or even a rock. So you just touch it, and then you wipe your face, all the bits, and then you touch it again, and then you wipe your arms all the way to the elbows. It's because someone recently asked claims that niqab is obligatory, and he never mentioned that there is other opinions. Yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, a lot of people only hear one view. They only hear something which is one view, and then causes a lot of confusion for the people. What's the judgment on a man who can't grow his beard because of skin allergy? No problem at all. That's laysa alaykum fi dini min haraj. Yeah, there's no haraj upon a person in these matters. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Right, so anyway, I am going to finish it there, guys. Yeah, I'm going to finish it there. Jazakumullah khair for coming on. MashaAllah, I get really happy when you guys come. And for those guys who are studying Arabic, I would definitely recommend this book, Mukhtarat. I've mentioned this many times. Mukhtarat min Adab al-Arab. Yeah, it's a very nice book written by Sheikh Abul Hasan Nadawi. And it basically, he selects literature from all various times in history. So Quran, Hadith, and then sayings of Sahaba and Tabi'een, and then later all the way till modern day. So anyone who wants to taste different types of Arabic literature, styles of how they used to speak Arabic or write, definitely that's a book which I would recommend. Wa alaikum assalam, Aisha, ahlan wa sahlan, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, Juma is very nice. How was yours? Can I fade my beard or is it haram? So look, my position on this would be that a person should keep the beard all one length. But if it was just a little fade on the side, I wouldn't see a problem with it. I know other scholars allow this. Yeah. But as long as the beard, you can see that it is a beard and you're not playing around with it too much. Possibly. By the way, I'm having matcha tea with lemon. MashaAllah. Nice. If I'm wearing shorts and my aura is showing, am I still allowed to read through the physical book? I don't understand. Which book? If I'm wearing shorts and my aura is showing, am I still allowed to read through the physical book? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Salam Sheikh, is wiping below the earlobes enough in wudu or it must be above them? So the earlobes is basically, as long as you just touch the earlobes. It's recommended to wipe the earlobes. Muhammad, you're welcome, my brother. Shukran, you're welcome. Jazakallah khair, Aisha. Alright guys, take care everybody. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.